Welcome to the 3 for 3 Meet the Candidate series presented by the Miami Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. The 3 for 3 series is being brought to you by our Social Action Committee. This committee works under the auspice of our organization's political awareness and involvement programmatic thrust and is charged with providing programs and activities that foster, among other things, voter registration and voter education. It is imperative to mention that the members of the Miami Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority are not and will not endorse or promote any candidate. To that end, we invite you to watch the 3 for 3 Meet the Candidate series. This series will offer you an opportunity to preview several candidates running for office in Miami-Dade County. In an effort of providing a level and inclusive playing field, we invited all of the qualified candidates running for Miami-Dade County Board of County Commissioners, Miami-Dade Circuit and County Judges, and the Miami-Dade School Board during this 2020 primary election. Note that some of the candidates did not respond to our invitation. Candidates within the same group were asked the same 3 questions where they were given a maximum of 3 minutes to answer. We hope that you enjoy our program. Remember to register to vote and to vote by mail for your safety. Now, let's meet the candidate.
Thank you, Regina. Today we have Dr. Raquel Bild-Libbin, candidate for Miami-Dade County School Board, District 3. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you very, very much for inviting me. My pleasure.
Well, we have 3 questions, and you'll have 3 minutes to answer each question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Great. First question. Who are you as a candidate, and what are your priorities?
Okay, so I was born in the Dominican Republic. I'm an immigrant. I am Latin, and I am Jewish. I, as a candidate, am somebody who came here by myself with very little English, got a master's in education, got a PhD in psychology, because education was very, very important to my parents and as a result to me. So I am kind of somebody who is very, very interested in having every child receive the best education they have, because that was what I was studying so much to be able to give, so that we have a community that is totally healthy, that is totally non-biased, so that we're able to achieve the best that the potential of every child has to offer. Now, could you repeat the second part of the question, please?
And what are your priorities?
Okay. So my priorities, of course, as a psychologist, is safety of the children, number 1, safety in the schools, number 2, and mental health. Mental health is one of the main topics of my school board race. I believe that it's about time that we have somebody with a mental health background in the school board. We have wonderful teachers. We have wonderful educators. The board has mostly teachers and educators in it. We don't have a single voice on mental health. And I believe that now more than ever, mental health has become at the forefront of what all the children need in order to be able to succeed academically and guide the policy on the board.
How will you work to achieve social equality and equity in education?
Well, I believe that to achieve social equality, it has to be through education that begins in kindergarten. It can't just be later on. We have to begin very, very early when children do not have any biases, because the biases, you're not born with them. You learn them through the social environment. So if beginning in kindergarten, even pre-kindergarten, for those that have that, we begin to have a curriculum. We begin to show that we have respect, we're all the same, and at the same time we can be different, if we have the value of not just racial, but gender and culture, and we're all in a way grow up knowing through the curricula in the school, beginning in kindergarten, all the way to graduating in high school, I believe is the best way to begin to take away the bias that we see much later on and then as adults, because then those children grow up, okay, with that context in their school. And when you have teachers that are role models, that could be Black or Latins, and when you have other children that you play with and that you socialize with, then all of those stereotypes begin to be erased. So in the school, that's where we get this kind of not just teaching, but socializing and being part of the fabric that our community is.
Question: why should we vote for you?
So I think you should vote for me because, again, I represent a minority. I represent a woman. I represent someone that by my background has also been, should we say, I come from parents that were in Europe during the Holocaust. So I know what hatred, I know what that can carry on in a society. I believe that I am the most educated in mental health in my race. I believe I'm the only voice that can carry on a very strong advocacy towards mental health that is needed from kindergarten on. And I believe that with mental health, I'm including safety, I'm including academic achievement, I'm including inclusion, I'm including everything that has to do with wellness, and I'm including in that wellness both the physical, academic, and mental well-being of not only the students, but also the teachers and the parents and our community at large. And I believe that at this time, that is a priority in our schools. Thank you.